Good morning. Hey, Lady Tia's T-shirts. Hey, sis. Good morning. How you feeling this morning? Good morning, Reddy. Yes, you got alive. Happy Monday. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining me. It's good to see you guys. Yes, thanks, Reddy. You too. Thank you so much. I'm also excited about this live. Let me pull up my notes. So this is going to be kind of a grow with me live. I'm going to share some things about like my reset as well as we go through the different steps, and hopefully it's helpful to you. And as always, because you guys are always dropping gems, if you feel comfortable sharing as we go through some of these things, feel free to drop it in the comments as well. Lady Tia said, trying not to rush. Traffic isn't going anywhere. I figure I'll start with something positive before I start. Thank you for making me a part of your day, Lady Tia. I hope this will be some good positive background for you as you wait in traffic. Safe travels. Hey, Sephora. Good morning, love. Thanks for being here. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I love when I do positive content and people show up because you guys know sometimes it's hard. So I don't know about you guys, but it's been a struggle lately. I've been getting very distracted. And because I've been getting very distracted, my healthy habits have been suffering. So I thought this would be a good time to do a reset. It's June. We're halfway through the year. And I know a lot of you guys, I know a lot of the cookers are goal setters as well, just like me. So this is a good time to review the goals that you've already set for the year or the quarter, however you make goals. But mostly I want to focus today on healthy habits. You know, what are the health goals or the healthy habits that we've set for ourselves this year, this month, this quarter, and how are we doing on them? So I want to go through that with you. We're going to focus mostly on daily habits, exercise, food, all that good stuff. Okay, so I hope you guys are doing well this morning. So first, I'm going to ask and then give you guys a chance to respond, but then I'll go through my answers for each thing. So I want you to think about what your health goals are for 2021. Did you set health goals? If you did, one of the things that I use to guide me is how I want to feel. So I got this from a couple different places. I see like ways for you to tackle your goal and to remain consistent is focus on the why and focus on how you want to feel. And so I really like that. I also saw this question in the Artists of Life workbook by Lavender. I wish I was on camera, guys, but my hair is not done and I'm not dressed for the day, else I would show you the book. My day starts after this. In this book, she asks, how do you want your body to feel? And so that is a good way to kind of gauge what type of habits you want to engage in. And so that's what I use to map out my process. And so I put down that I wanted to feel vibrant, energetic, fit, and healthy. So those are some of the things that I wrote down. And then from that, I crafted the habits that I wanted to do. Now, before we get into what my health habits are, I want to say good morning to Plainest Jane. Good morning. Thanks for being here, sis. Shout out to the Plainest Jane. She does amazing commentary, guys. You have to check her out. So I love to make sure I have a guiding question as to why I'm going to engage in these habits, because that's what keeps me going. And I'm going to be honest, guys. When we go through barriers, I'm just going to talk about barriers off the top because that's where I'm at. When I went through the barriers of why I'm not getting my habits done, the biggest thing was YouTube, okay? It was YouTube. It's so distracting. I have a morning routine, and whenever I start my morning routine, I'm good. I'm like a well-oiled machine. But what will happen, I'm going to be real transparent with you guys. What will happen is I'll get up, especially on the days that my husband works early, because his job changes every 2 weeks, like the shifts that he does. And so if he's gone, I'll get up. This is when I'm having a bad day, right? I'll get up, and typically what I would do is meditate. But the last few weeks, I've been getting up and I've been, child, let me see what happened overnight. Because there's always something happening overnight, especially in this damn beef sector, okay? I'm keeping it real. Y'all know I'm honest with you. And so I'll get on my phone. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna see, and then I'll look at it later. I'll listen to it later. And then I open up my phone, and then I see my timeline, and then all this stuff is happening. Like so-and-so did this, and so-and-so is responding to this. And before you know it, child, I done watched how many videos. I did not do my morning routine, okay? The Plainest Jane said, yes, YouTube is distracting, guys. It is so distracting. Thank you. This title is really given perfect for this, and happy Monday. Thank you so much, love. Thank you for doing this. It's always good to reset. Yes. Oh, I need that reset. I need it. So them damn beef sector videos will suck you in. Okay. And so before you know it, I'm an hour or 2 hours in. I didn't do no damn meditation. Okay. I didn't even eat my breakfast. All I did was brush my teeth, wash my face, and I'm sitting up here worried about what's happening down the street. And then, so then I've been doing this for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then I realized my meditation game is off. Like meditation, guys, if you do it, it changes your life. It doesn't have to be long. It could just be a few minutes. And I haven't been meditating. My workout chart is empty. Okay. If I showed you right now, that shit is empty. That's terrible. Like I've been walking here and there, but not consistently. And I haven't been filling the chart out. So I wanted to talk about what my barrier was. This is my one true barrier that gets in my way every day. So I'm going to pause and read some comments, and then we'll keep going. So that damn YouTube, I'm telling you, so distracting. YouTube is a problem with me, said Lady Tia. Huge distraction. Lately, I've been watching comedy on YouTube. I'm needing to laugh. That is excellent, Lady Tia. I do that too. And I like to watch animal videos. Sometimes they can take you down a rabbit hole, but at least they feed your soul a little bit, right? At least you're not going to leave and be like, oh, I feel like I'm in the depths of hell. So those are good. Sephora said, I knew it. Let's see. I'm so behind, guys. Plainest Jane said, yes, following up with the beef sagas will get you sucked in. Oh my gosh. Yes, the Plainest Jane. It's crazy. It's so crazy. And I could admit I waste too much time following beefs. I do. I may not always comment on it, but I follow a lot of stuff, and it's so enticing. It's so damn distracting. I've been having to put my damn foot down on my damn self. Listen, this is why I'm doing this, to hold myself accountable, and hopefully it can help you guys as well, because it is just, it's so alluring. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you guys. I meditate usually 3 a.m. It's the only quiet time. Lady Tia is on it. Yes. Lady Tia, are you former military, or are you military? Because that is some serious discipline. I can get up early, but child, anything before 6 o'clock, oh, child, it's not. Thank you, Chocolate Bay, for sharing my video. I want to take a moment to shout out Chocolate Bay. Thank you so much, brother. He is so supportive. He's always sharing stuff, and he shares all the stuff, right? The juicy stuff and the healthy positivity. And I appreciate you so much please subscribe to Chocolate Bay. You probably already are. Okay, a lot of people know who he is, but he's amazing and he's very positive and he's very supportive and uplifting. So I just wanted to give him his flowers because he's just consistent and I just love that about him. Sephora said, if we can get someone to wrap up the drama overnight in 30 minutes, we would be good. Sephora's trying to get that mini beef. Hey, Chocolate Bay. Yes, I've been saying I'm willing to train someone to create a channel that gives tidy recaps so I can get my fix. Somebody used to do that, guys. Jane, I think it was Terralon. Terralon is the original beef person. If y'all don't know who Terralon is, he's the original news person, at least around here. But he doesn't do that anymore. He does he covers actual news now. I got into mukbangs, ASMR. ASMR is good too. And pimple popping. Some people love that. I can't deal with it. I'm like, oh God. I get squeamish. Reddy said, started listening to audiobooks instead of clicking on YouTube. See, that's good, Reddy. That is discipline. Good morning, Andrea. Okay, I'm going to pause and go back to my commentary. And then I promise I'll read your comments, guys. Because y'all know this undiagnosed ADHD around here. Okay. So anyway, I was talking about my barriers, and you guys, it seems like it resonated with you as well, that YouTube is very distracting. I'm going to talk about some strategies that I plan to do for that. So my health goals for this year, like I said, I'm going to be honest with you guys because I want it to be transparent and helpful. My goal was every week I needed to hit 150 minutes of exercise. That is the minimum I think that they recommend. So that's not even necessary for weight loss. That's just to be a functional human being. 150 minutes is what they recommend. And so because I had some health issues and stuff, I was like, okay, I need to be at least hitting this. I used to be a crazy gym person. I used to lift heavy lift, not Barbie weights, guys. I used to do heavy lifting and I love that shit, but I'm not really into that anymore. So but I do want to stay active, right? I do want to stay active. So that's my goal. And I have a chart that I set up. It's a 12-week chart. And every day that I do a workout, I fill it in. So then I get to see my progress over 3 months. If you want to know what that chart is, I got it from, I'm going to have to write in the description because it came out of a journal. I think it was the Better Self Journal or planner. I didn't like the planner, but I love this thing that it came with, this chart, the 12-week goals progress. So you could check out Better Self Co. They have this calendar. It's empty. And I use a dry erase marker and I write in it when I'm doing it, but we know I'm behind right now. So that's what I use. And so right now I'm looking at it and that shit is empty. It is empty. So that was my goal. 150 minutes of exercise a day, because that helps with all kinds of stuff. It helps with your mental health. It helps you, to keep the weight down or to hopefully lose weight. It helps you to feel better. It helps your blood pressure, all that stuff. So that was my goal. And sometimes I'm over that. A lot of times I'm under that. And then my other goal was to get my blood pressure. It's elevated. I'm not considered high blood pressure, but I didn't like that it was borderline. It was borderline. So I was like, okay, I want it to be normal. I don't want to be borderline. I don't want to be in that range at all because I'm not trying to go on medication for that. So that's why the exercise is important, because that reduces your blood pressure. If you consistently exercise, it does help. So that was my goal. And I did hit that. My blood pressure the last time was much better, but because I've been inconsistent, I'm sure it's probably back to being borderline again. And then I had a number for my weight. Now, my weight goal is not my driving force. My habits goal is my driving force. So exercising, eating healthy, because since I have hormonal issues, I've talked about this before, my weight, it's very, very hard to see results on the scale. My body composition will change, but the weight on the scale won't change because PCOS is a bitch, but that's another story. So I focus on exercise, eating healthy, and drinking water to make sure that I'm doing that. So even if the scale is not my friend, at least I know these other healthy habits are doing things for my body. So that is my transparent health goals for 2021, right? So I don't know if you guys feel like sharing in the comments what your health goals are. And so my part of my reset is recommitting to these 3 goals for just for physical health. The exercise, I just have to schedule it. Scheduling is a tip that I would say if you have trouble sticking to your goals, if you're looking at these past 6 months, what have I been doing? schedule your workouts. Whenever I schedule them, if I treat them like a client, you guys know I see clients in my work. If I treat it like a client, I'm more likely to complete it, because I'm not gonna like, no show on a client. So I shouldn't no show on my workout. And so that's a tip I would say: schedule them with intention every week. I used to do like a automatic scheduling. And then what that is, after a while, my brain just checks it out. Like, oh yeah, workout at 8:45. I'm just gonna keep watching this beef sector video. That's what happens. So schedule them every week so that you're physically putting them into your calendar. So that's part of my reset. I re-signed up. So I was doing Kara Lachey's workout thing, but I get bored. So now I'm gonna do Daily Burn for a couple months just to like switch up my workouts. My favorite workouts right now is walking outside, kickboxing, and yoga. That's my thing. So that's what I'll be doing. I don't know what you guys like to do. You can drop in the comments what kind of exercise you like to do. And also think about, what are your ideal habits? So what I see happen to a lot of people is this, guys. People just list a bunch of random habits, and they don't know why they want to do these habits, and they don't know how often they're going to engage in these habits and why it's important. So when you list your habits, make sure you have a why, because it's not that those things are bad. I'm sure all of them are positive things, but do you really have time to do them? And if you don't have a why, you're not going to stick to it, right? So for example, I have a morning routine when I'm not slacking, child, not falling off the wagon. My morning routine is called the Power Hour. Okay. The Power Hour is my minimalist morning routine. This is what I need to get done within this hour. So I'm going to share them with you. Meditation, plan my day. So I take a few minutes to schedule what I need to get done, like 3 to 5 tasks. Exercise. I'm not working out for a long time. I do like 20 to 30 minutes. That's it. And then make my bed and unpack dishes. That's my Power Hour. And I was doing that so well until, like I said, I got sucked into beef sector mornings. So after I have coffee with my husband and he's off to work, child, I'd be like, let's see what's happening. What's happening on the streets? That's what happens to me. And I get sucked in, and it's awful. So that is my Power Hour. You guys, I'm going to read some comments, and I want you to share, what would your Power Hour include, or your Power Half Hour, whatever it is, if you can choose. And then we'll go back to commentary. So Lady Tia said, I set my alarm for my meditation. Yes, excellent. I'm a workout freak. I'm just trying to beat this insomnia. Lady Tia, that's an excellent point, because exercise does help with insomnia. You're absolutely right. And she sounds very disciplined. Lady Tia, just do a little sprinkle on the rest of us. Let's get some of that juice, some of that energy, because you're on it. You're on it. Hey, Andrea, how you doing, love? Let me see. I just went. You're welcome, Chocolate Bay. Reddy said meditation is one of the best mental resets. Facts on facts on facts, Reddy. I absolutely agree with you. I tell you guys, I don't know how I was a full-time therapist before and didn't meditate. I swear, ever since I introduced that, it has changed my life, which is why you would think I would never stop. But I did do a long meditation this weekend as a part of my reset, just to get myself back into that space. I moved on the 3rd floor to force me. Yes, up and down. That's a good strategy, Chocolate Bay. And that's what they said, guys. It's like the little steps add up. Like we think it always has to be something crazy. Just being more active in general is so helpful. Habits are important. Portions eating, is small. Smoothies are my breakfast. Come through, Lady Tia. I love green smoothies. I've been drinking some of those the last few days too. I've always been small, but I take my health serious. And that's the thing. Sometimes some people, Lady Tia, they're small, and people don't realize they do a lot of work to stay, at their size. And sometimes it's just because that's just their lifestyle, right? So shout out to Lady Tia. The Planet Jane said, I love that why reasoning. People are more passionate about completely any and everything when they're passionate about the why. Yes, Jane, she's absolutely right. That is a tip. When I learned that, it changed my life. And it made me cut out all the other extraneous, unnecessary things. Because if I have my why, then it's like, okay, this is why I'm doing this. Okay, I don't want my blood pressure to be high. I don't want to be overweight. or I just want to be, healthier, my fittest self, whatever it is, make sure you know what your why is. Lady Tia said, Power Hour is a great idea. Gonna try it. Yeah, that's what I call it. It helps me to be like, okay, I'm ready. I'm gonna go. I like the Power Hour idea. Thank you guys. Meditation and straighten out my house for order. Yes. Whew. It's crazy. Sephora said, I listen to the Beef Sector when I'm cleaning or trying to sleep. So I do that too, Sephora. That's an excellent idea. I don't do it when I sleep because, child, I'll never go to sleep. But when I clean, I do play it in the background, and that helps me to be productive. But the thing is, I'm starting my day with this shit, and that's what's tripping me up. The Planet Jane said, my power hour would be lo-fi music. Oh, I love lo-fi. A book and mild journaling, getting out my thoughts and feels. I love that. That is an excellent power hour. I love that. I may have to borrow your lo-fi music idea. That's so great. Thank you for sharing these, guys. This is awesome. Andrea said, scripture writing, prayer, thought download. I love thought download, and making my bed. Yes, these power hours are like powerful. They're on it. Thank you for sharing that, everybody. Meditation has changed my whole life. When I tell you, ready. I agree with you. The Plain Exchange said, thanks for making me think about this, because, child, I used to be more disciplined, and I think it's so cool when content creators talk about goals and self-care. Thank you, The Plain Exchange. I'm so passionate about this, and I figured I'm going to be transparent because, a lot of times I used to do more content like this, but, I fell off. I need to get back to that. People have been, my longtime people have been like, girl, when are you going to do some more positive content? So that makes me so happy that it's helping other people, because it's also helping me as well. Sephora said, after I recovered from being sick, I found a lot of people boring, so I only watched 4 people, to be honest. You know what, Sephora? You probably got a whole upgrade. And your body was like, nope, don't need all this low vibe stuff. Let me keep it moving. Yes, that's why it's so important. Great ideas. Thank you, Reddy. Lady Tia said, I struggle with overthinking, so meditation is a must. I'm a chronic overthinker as well, Lady Tia. So I feel you. That's why it's creating that space is so important. Thank you, guys. I love your comments. Those were super duper awesome and helpful and powerful, and hopefully it's helping other people. So I'm going to keep going here. So we talked about my health goals, and we talked about, what are your health goals? Think about them. We talked about habits. So another tip, you guys will probably have heard this before with habits. The biggest thing I've found is stacking habits. And what does that mean? I've come across this in different books and, different people I listen to. You want to it's kind of like you're batching them. So my power hour is called the power hour because I'm doing those things consecutively. They don't always have to be in the same order. They just have to be within that hour because I'm more likely to complete it. So after I meditate, I know, I didn't make my bed. Let me go make my bed. After I make my bed, did I plan my day yet? So if you're adding those things onto each other, research shows that you're more likely to complete them and to stick to them, which is true. Whenever I do it, it is true. It makes it much easier. So if you're already brushing your teeth in the morning, that's something you have to do. Wash your face, add other things around those things because your mind and your body is already in a space of doing this routine thing. So slowly add things to your routine that way. That's what I've heard. That works for me. Find something you already do every day, add some things around that. So that's one of the tips for habits. When it comes to resetting, okay, so what I want to focus on is review. So review what you already have in place, revise. So what changes do you need to make, and execute. Get back into it. So some of us we're already doing that. Lady Tia is on it. Okay. She said, I ain't never fell off the wagon. I'm still going, and that's excellent. So this was probably more of a review for her to reassess. What am I doing? Yes, Andrea, the domino effect. Habit stacking creates a domino effect. You're absolutely right. And that's exactly why it works, because you just keep going. You keep going. Another tip is I add, when I put it into my Google Calendar, I'm kind of a planning freak. So I use an electronic calendar on Google, and I also have a paper planner because there's something about me that I need paper. I don't know what it is. Some people, you guys could do electronics all day. I have to have paper, else it doesn't feel real. I know that sounds crazy, but I schedule in whenever I'm doing well, I schedule in my power hour. I add it to my schedule. And I don't necessarily list the separate steps. I just put power hour, and then I know this is the hour I have to complete these things. Andrea said I was learning more about time blocking over the weekend. Yes, I love time blocking when I actually do it. So great tip, guys. People are putting really good gems in the comments, so catch those, okay? Mildred Ratchet RN, good morning. Thanks for being here. She said, I loved your latest video this morning at Pressure Kickers. Thank you so much. Going to meditate this poor sore feet and swollen ankles now. What a night at work, child. Everyone have a great day. Mildred, we're sending you peace, light, and blessings. I hope you have a wonderful day and get some rest. Shout out to Mildred Ratchet RN. Andrea said, LOL at Lady Tia. Oh, Lady Tia, I think I missed her comment. When you add the kids to the mix, I need an extra hour power 2 hours. Lady Tia. Lady Tia said, I need 2 hours, child. Okay, so let me see. Let me make sure I'm keeping up here. We talked about the barriers. Consistency is another thing. So that is my barrier, is consistency. That's also what happens to me with YouTube. This is why I'll go hard for a while and then I'll be like, I'll get like sad and unmotivated. And then, you're welcome, hun. You're welcome, Mildred. And so I need to be consistent. And so that is my biggest struggle. I'm always looking up information. How do I become more consistent? The whys is a big thing. People say the whys are a big thing. So we talked about that already. That helps. If you could, I think I'm going to post it. So I write all my goals down. But I need to, I think I need to put it on a piece of paper and have it posted somewhere so that I can see it. And then that way, that's a constant reminder of my why. So I think I'm going to type up my whys. I also have a vision board, guys. That also helps. Put your vision board in a place where you can see it every day, just without fail. So I have a vision board in my office. Sometimes I'm in my office, sometimes I'm not, because I do remote therapy and I also go to the office. So if I'm doing remote therapy, then I see my vision board. But if I don't, then I don't really see it. So I think I need to move my vision board. So that's another tip. It's a good physical cue for you to see the images that are inspiring. So write things down. Lady Tia said, I write down everything I'm going to do for that day. I try not to overdo it. Same. Yep. Lady Tia, it helps me so much. I still get things done when I don't write it down, but I feel more scattered. I'm definitely a list person. Mildred said, miss you, Mildred. Oh, no, sorry. Lady Tia said, Mildred, I miss you. The Planetary said, yes, tangible goals, to-do list, create accountability. Yes, whether you do it or not, that paper will remind you. Absolutely. Absolutely, the Planetary. I absolutely agree with you. So in my planner, because I'm a little bit like Lady Tia, and I'm sure you guys could resonate. I will, if I could list 20 things, I would. And that is bad, guys, because it creates a sense of not accomplishing things. So you shouldn't list. You can have like a brain dump, but don't list everything in your brain dump to be done that day, because then you're going to feel under accomplished. So I have a list of 3 to 5 things that these are my must do or nice to do's. And that's what I focus on. Because otherwise I'll be like, I need to do these 20 things that are popping up in my head. I have a notebook that I write all my random thoughts in, like I brain dump them so I don't forget stuff. But that doesn't mean I have to do it that day. And then I schedule them into my planner. Each day I add things to my planner. Once again, this is when I'm at my best, to be fully transparent. Yes, write it down. My mentor taught me to have a pen and a pad with me. Exactly. Because of overthinking, you have to get it out your head. Yep, Lady Tia's. Okay, so Lady Tia just made an excellent point. This is exactly why I do brain dumping, because my brain is so overactive. If I don't have a notebook, I've gone through so many notebook, guys. You don't need a fancy one. You can go to the dollar store, because it's going to get messy. Get a notebook where you write down your brain dumps. If you want it to be fancy, you can. I find when I get fancy notebooks for brain dumping, I don't use it because I'm worried about it not looking nice. So I just get a regular basic notebook, and then I'm definitely doing it once a week, but throughout the week, I may need to jot things down. It doesn't need to be in any order. Just get it out your head. It helps anxiety too. It reduces your anxiety because those things aren't taking up unnecessary space. So Lady Tia is spot on. I tell clients to do brain dumping. So I have a lot of clients who either have insomnia or they have so much anxiety they can't go to sleep. And I tell them, before you go to bed, if you can't go to sleep, just take out your notebook and write down everything, stream of consciousness. Just write it down. Don't worry about the order. Don't worry about when you're going to get it done, and then close it and then try to rest. Reddy said vision boards are great. Mine have to come to fruition. Yes, Reddy, vision boards work. Reddy is absolutely right. Vision boards work, guys. I'm telling you, I started doing this since 2011, and my very first vision board I had on there, I still remember because it was my first one. I had on a half marathon. I had the 13.1 miles thing. I had like running sneakers and different things, and a whole bunch of things were on there. But I remember I did complete my half marathon that year because I had that vision board. So I always saw it, and I trained and everything. So it works. And that's just one of the many things that came to pass. Good morning, Fresh Press Juice. Andrea said, I use habit trackers. They are a huge motivator for me. Ooh, I must have paper as well. You know what? I need to get back to habit tracking. Sometimes I get a little psycho. That's probably an ableist term. I probably shouldn't say that. But that's why I don't always do them. But they are very helpful for assessing your progress. And let me go back to Andrew's comment real quick. Tracking your progress is really important in order for you to kind of like see what's going on. This is why for your reset, guys, if you've made your goals, it doesn't have to be a formula. I'm just giving you different tips, and people in the comments are sharing tips. Just revise it, look it over, and it's going to help you to see what your progress is. Just like with the habit tracking, like Andrea is talking about. Lady Tia said, Ready is the best feeling. I celebrate my goals I hit. I love hitting goals, guys. Yes, it's a good feeling. Brain dumping. Yep, it's the truth. Fresh Press Juice said, I really do want to do a dream board live. Ooh, I like that. You should do it. That's actually a very good idea. I would definitely watch that. I love seeing people's creative process. The Planet Chain said, aha, a random notebook for brain dumps. Yes, you're speaking to me. I write it often, and my brain is often clustered with a million thoughts. Yes, I'm telling you, Jane, this changed my life. I've gone through so many notebooks. I think I found it. I'll give you guys a couple people who I get a lot of stuff from too. I haven't watched them in a while. So this is stuff I've learned and it's stuck with me. Lavender is great. Lavender, let me write it in the comments because she does a lot of like self-help stuff. And the other one is Michelle B, I think. She does a lot of stuff too. So those are some people that I know for sure. I remember watching Lavender's notebook video. She did a video on notebooks, and she talked about different reasons to use your notebooks. She gets a little carried away and has a bunch of them. I found I don't need a bunch of notebooks. I just need like maybe 2 or 3 different ones. And then I always have one for brain dumping because it's my place to be messy. You guys, if you watch Friends, do you remember how OCD Monica was? But she had like her one messy closet. That's how I think of my brain dump notebook. Like the other notebooks have some order to them. This notebook does not need to have order. It just needs to get rid of my thoughts. So don't think of it as like a pretty journal that you have to like, it has to look a certain way. Fresh Press Juice said at Lady Tia, girl, someone stole my book. What? They stole what book? Andrea said, I have a notebook I carry with me all the time. Makes a huge difference. Yes. And you know what, guys? It also helps your creativity because you may have really good ideas and you may not remember. So you should write it down when you think of it. I've never even gotten a chance to read it. Which book? Fresh Press Juice. Reddy said, so true. Lady Tia said, Fresh Press, Dan, get another one. Oh, you're talking about like your brain dump book. My nieces use sticky notes too. You know what? Okay, so I love sticky notes, but I actually moved away from them because I just lose stuff. This is why I love notebooks. I only use sticky notes now if I can stick them into a notebook because I always lose them and it drives me crazy. So I personally am not a big sticky note fan, but I know some people love them and swear by them. My ass gets too disorganized and then I can't handle it. Okay, I'm gonna pause so I can keep going with the content, and then I promise I'll come back again to your comments. Thank you for your thoughtful comments, guys. I really do love reading them. Okay, so we talked about exercise. We talked about like morning routines. Let's talk a little bit about, we were talking about scheduling exercise, right? You can also plan your weekly workouts. That helps a lot of people. So if you take time to plan ahead of time, and I noticed this helps me, it does take a little bit more time, but if you plan your exact workouts for each day, you can put them into your schedule. But for my overthinkers, make sure you give yourself flexibility. You may not feel like doing kickboxing that day. You might just want to walk. If you do, as long as you get something done, who cares? So that is my suggestion for exercise. Food. Let's talk about food. Okay. So I recently had to finish a round of antibiotics. It was very heavy on my body. I had to take it for 2 weeks. And that shit destroyed like my soul. It didn't destroy it, but it was just, I haven't taken antibiotics in years, guys. I try not to take them unless I absolutely have to. And I had like a stomach bug, so I had to take it. And I felt like garbage when they were done, because I have a naturopath and he's been helping me work on my digestion. And we had gotten my digestion to a really good place, and these antibiotics tore my ass up. So I'm also on a special diet he put me on since like January. It's called the AIP diet, the autoimmune paleo diet, because it helps with a lot of digestive issues. Basically, in the beginning, I hated that shit. When I tell you, I was angry. I was so angry because he said I couldn't have any grains, okay? No sugar, which I can have coconut sugar and I think honey, that's what we use anyway. We don't have white sugar in our house. Oh no, that's a lie, except for kombucha, because you have to use white sugar for kombucha. But I get the organic cane sugar. So we don't really use regular sugar anyway. So that wasn't a big problem. But I had to cut out grains, guys. I had to cut out grains. I'm Jamaican. We eat rice every day. It was just, I was like, the world is coming to an end. It was so hard. And I like low-key hated that man for a little bit. But guess what? It did help a lot. I'm just giving you this before we go into food. But so I did lose, like, that's not why he put me on there, but I did lose like 6 or 7 pounds, and it stayed off, which is huge. When you have a hormonal imbalance, weight loss, losing even a pound is hard. I'm telling you, it's hard. So I lost 6 to 7 pounds. I say 6 to 7 because it varies, a pound here and there. And basically what I was eating was, what is it? Shiitake noodles. It's like a low carb. It's not a grain. It's like some type of root. I use shiitake noodles as like fake noodles. I really returned to my diet as a Jamaican. So plantains. Okay. I got some plantains because that's grain free. I got yam, sweet potato. I was allowed to have sweet potato, but not white potato. So no fries, none of that. And then I got cassava flour. Guys, let me tell you something. Cassava flour, if you're gluten-free, I also am not allowed to have gluten. If you're gluten-free, cassava flour is the best gluten-free flour I've found in my life. You need to get you some ASAP. It actually has elasticity, because you know how gluten-free, if you've used gluten-free flours, it's like crumbly and gross. That's just me. I don't know if you think that. But cassava flour is really, really good. And we use a lot of cassava in Jamaica. And so I just naturally loved it. And I use it to make flatbread and all kinds of stuff. So good. And it's grain-free. It's not super low carb, but it is grain-free. So anyway, that's what I've been doing for the last 6 months. And he's allowed me to add back in rice. I think after 3 months, I can have rice. When I tell you, I was so happy. But I can only have it twice a week. So my diet is a little weird. I'm just only sharing this with you just to be transparent. But I think the biggest thing is making sure we're eating real food, guys. Like nutrition is so important for our mental health, for our physical health, for our spiritual health. Whether we believe it or not, I think nutrition is like affects our entire being. And so eating fresh fruits and vegetables, or even if it's not fresh, frozen, and if you have to, then canned. But eating fruits and vegetables to me is making sure that's a big, big deal. And getting that every day. Since my reset, I started drinking my green smoothies again. So I sometimes have that for breakfast. I know that's a light breakfast. That might not work for some people, but you can have your green smoothie and then have something else too. So what I put in my green smoothie is kale or spinach. I usually put an apple. I don't like bananas in my smoothie. Some people do. I don't like it. It's too creamy. So I put kale or spinach, an apple, some type of frozen fruit. So it's always a frozen berry or something tropical like pineapple or something. And then I put in something to give it a little bit of like weight to it. So you can use nuts, just a little bit of nuts or chia seeds. Or recently I bought coconut manna. I don't know if you guys know what that is. I think it's like the dehydrated meat of the coconut, but it's really delicious and it makes it creamy, but not too creamy. And it also gives you some fat. So you don't, to me, I don't know about you guys, but a smoothie for breakfast, I'm gonna be hungry in like 2 hours. So that is what I put in my green smoothie. I'm not really I'm not a smoothie person unless it has greens in it. And here's why. I know people like that, and I think you should because it's still really good and healthy. Personally, I eat enough fruits, so I don't need a fruit smoothie. I do smoothies simply to get extra greens in my diet so that it's like powerful and cleansing and all that stuff. That's what I use smoothies for. I don't need more fruits because I eat fruits every day. I eat like 1 to 2 pieces of fruit. So to me, this is just a way to get more greens. So definitely get your greens in, get your fruits and vegetables in. I need to cut down. I did fall off my diet this last week because I was stressed and I went and got fries and I'm not supposed to have that. I'm not supposed to have any potato at all. And I had, I sure did have a sandwich with regular bread in it, but I did pay. So make sure you just look over your food. Where can you bring improvement to your diet? This is not about telling you what to eat. I think everybody has to figure that out for themselves. But what is true is eating fruits and vegetables, you can't go wrong, right? Especially vegetables. And I know some of us might be vegetarian or vegan. Most of us probably eat meat, but if you eat meat, try to invest in your food, guys. Like, I think food should be a big part of your budget. If you cook and you make a lot of your meals, don't cheat yourself. Don't get this trash ass meat. Try to, even if you can't get everything that's higher quality, say, I'm going to commit to getting, organic chicken. Even if it's once a month, it's still like reducing your exposure to some of the things that they're putting into conventional meats. So, or find a farmer. It doesn't have to be like certified organic. Find a local farmer and buy directly from them. We live in a semi-rural area, so we have a lot of access to farmers. So we just get our meats directly from farmers most of the time, not all the time, most of the time. So, beef, which I'm not a big beef person, but we get that. If you see my husband, he's really tall and skinny. That man eats so much, but that's just his body type. Like he doesn't gain much weight. So, but he can eat a lot. It's really funny. So get a good source for your meats, guys. If you do eat meat, try your best to find good sources because I've already talked about this, but that video is probably deleted. It's probably one of my old videos. So I'm going to read some more comments. Reddy said sticky notes are the best. Andrea said you can buy habit tracker stickers online. I love stickers. Just fill in the blanks and peel and stick. That's a great idea, Andrea. Thank you. Lady Tia said, Fresh Press, I had sticky notes all over my mirror. It's a reminder it works. Ooh, that's a good idea. Sephora said, I can't do apps. I tried them so many times. Me too, Sephora. I'm not good with apps. I just don't take them seriously and it hurts my neck to spend time on my phone. Yes. Yeah, see, Andrea knows about lavender. Lavender is the truth. Fresh Press said, just right. Exactly. I also date my thoughts. Yep, I like to date my thoughts as well. Hey, Bernita Haynes. I love lavender. She is so good. Lady Tia said, I write affirmations on my sticky notes. They are everywhere. That's a great idea. I love affirmations, Lady Tia. Lady Tia, we tracking. You're on it. I absolutely love affirmations, and I never thought of putting them on sticky notes. So that's a good idea. Fresh Press said, I bought Sister Soldier's latest book. Ooh, I heard it was coming out. Oh my goodness. It had to be a hot commodity because I ordered mouthwash and never got either. Amazon is crazy. What? Ooh, I might have to, I don't even know if I finished the first book. I think I started it way, way back in the day. I'm gonna have to read that. Reddy said, thank you, Pressure. You're welcome, love. Lady Tia said, having a workout partner is helpful. Yes. because it keeps both of us accountable. It's so true, Lady Tia, that's facts. It's so hard to give up when you have somebody else that you know you're accountable to be like, man, I can't be lazy today. You're absolutely right. Lady Tia, so do I sometimes. So empowering. Thank you, Reddy. Pressure, we met years ago. Yeah, oh, I know, C's. I know who you are. I almost said, well, I just said it. I wanted to say it, but I was like, sometimes when we rebrand ourselves, maybe we don't want people to know. So I remember you. I did not forget who you are. And I'm so glad that you're here. So Fresh Press said, before we change our names. Yes, I remember you, boo. I remember. Yes, you can see the elastic in the dough. Yes, cassava flour, guys, is the truth. I'm telling you, get you some cassava flour. That joint is delicious. It's not good for certain things. So if you make muffins, I don't want to say you shouldn't use it. It's just more gummy. So you have to mix it with other things. So if you're gluten-free, you can mix your cassava flour. But because I'm grain-free, mostly grain-free, I need to have just grain-free things. So Lady Tia said, I have a fast metabolism. Oh, you're so lucky. My food burns off fast. That's like my husband. I was told it would change, but I'll be 40 this year. So sis, you better praise him. Listen, if you're over 40 and your metabolism is rocking, you better lift your hands and praise him. That is a good thing, because most people, it drops. And I think that's how my husband is. He's a couple years younger than I am, but his metabolism, I don't think it's going to change. I don't think he's going to get dad bod at all. Because that's just how he's been. He's been like that since I met him. Cucumbers. Yes, I need to get cucumbers, actually. I don't have any. But I drink weight gain smoothies. Yes, some people do have to do the opposite. And actually, it could be really hard for people to gain weight. It's not like people think, because some of us, like me, it's so easy to gain weight. There's other people, it's equally as hard to gain weight, and they have to work at it. Like I said, my husband, he could eat from sun up to sundown. That man would probably gain like 1 pound. It's nothing. I use maca powder. I love maca powder. Black seed oil and chia seeds, kale, and coconut water. Yes. Lady Tia. Maybe a little raw honey. Lady Tia is on it. I've never used black seed oil. Lady Tia, can you write in the chat what that's for? I do love maca, and let me tell you guys, maca powder, I think it tastes good. I usually make a latte with it. I use like almond milk, and then I'm like whisk it in and put some honey and cinnamon, maybe ginger. But maca powder is also good for your libido. So listen, if you take the maca powder, just be prepared, okay? Because it's really good it's a good aphrodisiac. Be right back. Okay, C's. Lady Tia, maca root don't work for me. Really? Oh, maca root is the truth. And there's different types. I think there's gelatinized, and I forget what the other type is. So I found that sometimes one works differently than the other. So you kind of have to figure out maybe what works for you. My logic is the gorilla is the strongest animal in the jungle, and it eats all fruits and veggies. Okay, it says a lot. Thank you, Lady Tia. I agree with you. People have this misconception. You have to eat tons of meat to be strong. There's plenty of vegan athletes and vegetarian athletes. It's just not true. You can get a lot of protein from plants, and you just have to be more dedicated to it. But I agree with you. Fresh juice, just add potassium and antioxidant. Yes, I knew that was UC. It's hard for me to gain weight. Yeah, see, I told you, some people have trouble gaining weight. Black seed oil is for all illnesses. Okay, thank you, Lady Tia. I'm gonna have to check that out. So I'm trying to think let me make sure I covered all the things that I have on my list. There are so many things we can go into here, guys. I didn't want it to be overwhelming. I just wanted to focus on food, habits, exercise, because that's what I need to reset. We can reset in many different ways of our lives. Sister Crystal said, hey, Sister Crystal, I'm learning what not to do when making smoothies, such as adding ice. Yeah, you don't really need ice, especially if you have something frozen in there, you don't need it. And sometimes I don't have anything frozen and I like it. Don't add ice because it waters down smoothies. Yes. Oh, I do add water to my smoothie, Sister Crystal. I add a cup of water because I don't like when it's too thick. Some people do. I don't like it. Good morning, Mixology Plus. Thanks for joining us. Okay, guys. So let's review a couple things. Same thing, the process for resetting, review what you already have in place, revise what needs to be revised, and execute. So put it into action. And when it comes to habits, list out the habits you want, but make sure you have a why. And then we talked about habit stacking, putting them together makes it easy for you to follow through. Prioritizing your health goals. So there's lots of reason to exercise. It's not just about weight. It makes you feel good. It's good for your health, all of that. So do all those things. Mixology Plus said, I've been doing sea moss water in my smoothie. Mixology Plus, sea moss is so good for you. It's super healthy. And I'm actually really jealous, guys, because I can't do sea vegetables. I can't do spirulina. What's the other stuff? Chlorella, kelp. That stuff makes my skin break out. I don't know. It's the iodine. It makes me so sad. I can't have seaweed. And I really miss eating sushi and stuff. But yeah, if you can eat that stuff, you should, because it's super healthy. It's really, really good for you. So Mixology Plus is spot on. That's some of the healthiest food that you can have. Sister Crystal said, I arrived late. I'll watch the replay. Shout out to Sister Crystal. Thanks for showing up. Lady Tia said, great conversation, pressure in chat. See you next time. Bye, Lady Tia. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I think this is all I got for you guys. 92 nutrients in sea moss. That is insane. That's the stuff right there. Look it up, guys. It's on it. Like, it's really, really, really good stuff. Any of those sea vegetables, amazing. I think they're called superfoods too. I think they're considered superfoods. So, guys, I'm so glad you like this content. I love you guys. I hope you have a super fantabulous day. Thank you for joining me for this discussion. It really, really helped to refill my love tank and my happy tank. And guess what I'm going to do after this? I'm going to meditate. And I'm going to do a short workout, just 15 minutes, because you guys have really, really helped me get my boost, and I'm on it. And I'll check in with you soon, let you guys know what the progressing. Happy goal setting, happy habits engagement. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. I'm going to play my music. You guys feel free to head out if you need to. Have a blessed day, guys. Ciao. Where is this music? Oh, here it is. Thank you to everybody who was in the chat, in the bushes. Thanks for being here. Gonna look through all the comments. This live was amazing. You're welcome, Mixology Plus. Thank you. You're dropping good gems in the chat. See, I think maca powder for some people helps them gain weight. It's an adaptogen, so it can help you. I think if you need to gain weight, it will help you. It won't for the other people, but you should look into that. Lady Tia had me laughing. Oh my gosh. Shout out to the people with the power hours. Yes. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Peace and blessings.